So, looking at question 23, a solid shape is made from centimetre cubes. Here are the plan view, the side elevation and the front elevation. Centimetre cubes are added to make this cuboid. So we've got a cuboid here which is 3 wide, 4 deep and 4 high. So how many cubes are added to this, to add it to the shape we already have to make that cuboid? Your first step would be to find out how many cubes there are altogether in that cuboid. So you could work that out by just using the 3 numbers. Think what you have to do there. Or if you struggle with that, you could think about if you put a layer of 1 centimetre cubes in the bottom, how many cubes would you use to put on a layer of 1 centimetre cubes? And then you would have to have 4 layers that were the same because it's 4 centimetres high. So that would tell you how many cubes you need to have all together. Then you can look at your plan, your side and your front elevation to try and figure out how many cubes you currently have, and then you'd know how many you need to add in. Question 24. So divide 405 in the ratio 4 to 11. So what I'm going to do here is a bar model just to help us to visualize this. So here we have our ratio drawn as a bar. So I've got 4 blue boxes and I've got 11 green boxes. And we've got to split 405 in this ratio. So this whole bar altogether represents 405. So what would you have to do to find the value? There's 15 boxes here. What would you have to do to find the value of 1 box? What sum would you need to do to find out what 1 box is worth so that the whole bar is worth 405? When you know that, you can find the value of the 4 blue boxes, which would go here, and you can find the value of the 11 green boxes, which will go here. Question 25. The height of Zach is 1.86 meters. The height of Fred is 1.6 meters. Write the height of Zach as a fraction of the height of Fred. Give your answer in its simplest form. So Zach as a fraction of Fred's height, we would start off with 1.86, that's Zach's height. What fraction is that of Fred's height? Be over 1.6. That would be your starting point and that would get you your first mark. It says you have to give it in its simplest form now. So I would suggest your next step is probably to write these both in centimetres. So times them by 100. So you get 186 over 160. And now you can start simplifying it. And because it's an improper fraction, the top number is bigger than the bottom, then you're going to have to write it as mixed numbers as well to get all the marks. Question 26. So we've got point A is plotted, so that's 0.02. B is at 0.65. C we're not given coordinates for that, and D we're not given coordinates for that. We're told that AB, so this length, equals length BC, so that's exactly the same length, and it equals length CD, so that's also exactly the same length. And we've got to work out the coordinates of D. Well, this is a straight line which has the same gradient all the way along it. So what we need to do is find out how far it would go in the x direction and how far we go in the y direction for each step. So if we look at A to B, how far do we go if we go from 0 on the x-axis to 6 on the x-axis? We've gone along 6. And how far do we go on the y-axis if we go from 2 up to 5? We've travelled up 3. Now if we go from B to C, we will do exactly the same thing. So our x-coordinate will increase by 6. So our x-coordinate went from 0 to 6, it will now be 12. And our y-coordinate increased by 3, it went from 2 to 5, and it will now be 8. So if you continue that, you can now find the coordinates of point D.